the top 10 neighborhoods in Spokane. And today I'm here to show you one of them after the first major snowfall of the season. So in the past couple of weeks, I've compiled the sales, the home market sales for 2019 in the Spokane area. So let's head back on inside where it's warm and toasty, and I'm going to show you the data on the computer. So let's begin by looking at the map so that we get an overview of the neighborhoods in Spokane. So number 10 on our list, actually, I don't think has a name, but I would call it Foothills because it is bounded by the Foothills Road and up to Northtown Mall in between Division and Nevada. So that's number 10. Number 9 is Indian Trails. Number 8 is Northwest Spokane, where the Veterans Memorial Hospital is and the Joe Albee Stadium. Number 7 technically is Pasadena Park, but I usually call it Northwood because that is the dominant established community as well as the largest in that area. And as a matter of fact, that's where we just had our tour at the introduction of this video. Number 7 is Eagle Ridge, a new development out south of Spokane. Number 5 is Green Acres, another new development area. Number 4 is technically a combination of Green Acres and Liberty Lake, but it is north of the freeway. Number 3, we've got Liberty Lake itself. Number 2 is 5 Mile. And our new number 1 this year is Central Valley. So again, just to give you an overview, you can see in this map where the top 10 grid neighborhoods are. So as you can see, there's a huge concentration out in the east past the valley where you've got 1, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so how did we determine these top 10 grids? Well, it's according to the actual houses that were sold in 2019. So this data is what's reported by the Spokane Association of Realtors, and we come to our first graph. So in this diagram, notice the top 3, Central Valley, 5 Mile, and Liberty Lake, with a minimum of at least 222 homes each that were sold. And down at the bottom, there is a tie actually between 9th and 10th place, between Indian Trail and the Foothills area. So now we come to our second graph where we have the total sale value of that particular grid. So in this case, we are actually accumulating all the homes that were sold in that neighborhood and adding up its respective sales prices. So again, we can see that Central Valley, Liberty Lake, and 5 Mile are in the top 3 with 107 million, 102 million, and 90 million respectively. Now, down at the bottom, you will notice that Northwest Spokane and Foothills are not there, and it was actually replaced by Moran Prairie and Glen Rose South because it seems that they've got higher value of homes, so therefore they broke the top 10. So the columns in red indicate that these are the same grids that were in the top 10 of both number of homes and total sales volume. So moving on to the next graph is something you'll find very interesting. So let's just first look at the blue lines. So in this example, Central Valley has a blue line value of 321,000. That blue line represents the median value of homes back in 2015, 5 years ago. And now the red line indicates the median value in Central Valley as of last year, which is now 420,000. So that represents an appreciation rate of 30.95%. So if we look at another example, Northwest Spokane had a median home value of 149,000 back in 2015, and last year the median has risen up by 44.63% to 215,500. And finally, in our last graph, we'll look at the trends in new construction homes. So now looking at this graph just in the overall, the top 7 communities have fairly new homes where the year built was at least 2000 and above. Down here in Northwest Spokane, it was 1954, the average home year built. Indian Trail is in the 90s, while Foothills is down in the 1930s. More specifically, let's look at Central Valley, where back in 2015, what the blue line represents, the average home age at that time, the year built, it was in 2005. But now last year in 2019, that home average sale is up by 2017. So in a span of 5 years, the age of the homes have dramatically increased by as much as 12 years, meaning there's a lot more homes that are being built in the Central Valley area. But if you look at Northwood or Pasadena Park, the age of the homes have remained the same. So therefore, there's not a lot of new homes that have been built during the last 5 years. So to summarize our 2019 sales by neighborhood, it appears that there's a high concentration of homes that are out in the Central Valley Liberty Lake area. We might also conclude that the attraction has to do with newer homes. And finally, we can definitely see that there is a huge appreciation by at least 30% or more within the last 5 years. So that's it for our video for today. In our next one, we're going to cover the next 10 grids or neighborhoods in Spokane's top 20. So I'll see you then. Over and out.